Okay guys, let's roll. We got a lot to get into, a lot. I'm going to be talking about why are the left so violent. I will be talking to you about infiltrators into your party, any patriotic party. Advance UK, I'm sure there are patriots in there. The Reform Party, Homestead Party, UKIP, all the patriotic parties, yeah. We all want the same thing. It's a pity we're so divided, if you like, instead of being one unified party, the way that Labour, the Conservatives are. You know, the uni party. Perhaps we should form our own uni party. A confederacy. Bring back the confederacy. Yeah? Oh, sorry about the glasses. My eyes are really, really bad these days. I might have to take a couple of days off. And yeah, so why are the left so violent? Infiltrators. The future of this channel. Why I've got hope. I'm going to include a WhatsApp conversation with my granddaughter, and then we'll talk about inspiration. I'll be showing you clips and stuff like that. If you don't like the bits you're listening to, just fast forward. As usual, guys, likes, subscribes, comments are important. Not for me, for the message that I'm trying to get out. Okay, let's start here. This is a call to action, guys, and I really would like you to action it. Let's do it together. Let's go over here. We're over on X, yeah? Sorry, no, we're on one of my pages. It's my community post that I put up last night. Paul Morris. Could all patriots please follow the link and report this post for harassment? Will take you 2 minutes. I did warn you about loose lips sinking ships. The text that was forwarded to me reads this: stand up to racism. This is from Searchlight, yeah, the old Jerry Gable site. It's Jewish controlled. From Searchlight, Ben Habib's fascist Advance UK to hold major event this Saturday, 7th of Feb. The venue is, and it gives the address of where our event is taking place on the 7th of February at 1 p.m. Here's what they're calling on their supporters to do. Phone the centre now and tell them to pull the event, and it gives the number of where the event is. And I'm asking you to report this for harassment. Here it is on X. You can see I've already reported this post, and it repeats what I showed you earlier on. Please go to X and report them for harassment. It doesn't matter whether you're a Reform Party member, an Advance UK member, any person who loves freedom of speech and democracy must support this call for action. Go do it now, please, and then put me on pause, go do it, and then come back. Click a like to show you've done it. Better still, leave a comment and say, job done. Something like that. Just good morning, Paul. Right, where do we go in next? Right, we staying on our channel. Yeah, why are the left so violent? This was one of the earliest videos I made, asking why the left is so violent. Yeah, it's had just 105 views, and it really is an important video and why you should watch it. Well, let's play a little bit, shall we? Sorry I'm a bit late with the first video of the day, but I overdid the physical training. I'm training so I can be fit enough to take my place in the shield wall when push comes to shove. Result, I can now barely walk, so perhaps I'd better stay where I am and continue to do what I do now. Then again, sir, that's not my style. It's no good talking a good game. You have to be prepared to play a good game. So the subject today, guys, is why are the left so violent? Well, let's take a look at a video clip I showed you the other day. The content of this video is going to be the information I wish to put into that original video, but sadly forgot to press the record button. So bear with me and we'll get there. Here we go. That's John Tyndall, former leader of the National Front. I met him twice. Charismatic man. He came down to Wales when I was leader, organiser for the National Front there in Newport. That was the time I told you that we were trying to put the NF into Newport Fans, the football team, but they were more interested in football than saving our country. Oh, we were a piss poor branch. I mean, we were penniless. We even had to print leaflets on old John Bull printing sets, letter by letter, because sometimes we couldn't afford the leaflets from head office in Parsons Road, Croydon. That's where the NF used to be located. I don't know where they are now. I've been there. Yeah, they had nice guys man in there. Security was tight. Anyhow, let's get on with the clip.
Marching through the area to appeal to the white people.
We will not respond.
Right. Take a look at that, guys. You can see there's a woman at the back. This is a small group of National Front members trying to join the main body of a march in Lewisham in '77. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop it there, guys, but I really would like you to go over and watch that video because you'll learn a lot, okay? The left are violent, yeah. Their rule book says that the end justifies the means. Well, those of you who saw the recent videos up there of Nigel Farage being harassed in a restaurant and having to run down the street should be sickened by the scenes outside, especially as the police just stood there and watched the attack on the restaurant taking place. Many years ago, and Richard Taylor can bear me out on this one, I saw a Labour politician coming down the street, and so I thought I'd go and have words with him. Yeah, but as I approached him, he went into a restaurant, and I went to the door, and I was going to go approach him in the restaurant, and I could see he was sat with his family. And much as I wanted to confront him, I thought now is not the time or place. And so I walked out and left him to enjoy his meal and his time with his family. Really, he should be enjoying time in prison. But I walked out. And that's the difference between a real nationalist and a Marxist, yeah? Were it Ben Habib sat in there and the left came by, they would have gone into the hotel regardless of him being with his family. That's the difference between us and them. Right, we got to move on. Now, look at this. It's something I dragged up the other day. The person who wrote this is supposed to be a British patriot. On some occasions, he was a very good British patriot. But when the BNP were being taken down, this is what he wrote about me. I want to give you an example of how they lie. how they would even dispute your very existence. I'll read it to you. Big ad for a little man. There's that clip of me making a speech at the 2010 Red, White and Blue. A follow-up on my last blog entry. The Green Arrows claim that he was a member of the National Party in 1976 under his real name has been confirmed. Adrian Davis, a London barrister who I have known well for probably 20 years, has access to the National Party membership records, and he has seen the offending name on the list. When the traitors overthrew Nick Griffin after ignoring a vote from the membership, the chairman, Nick Griffin, won 800 votes to 264 votes. They continued their attacks. They refused to accept the democratic result, which is how the start of the BNP falling. For those who don't know, the National Party was the first nationalist party I joined when I went to London in 1976 after I left the armed forces. I went to London specifically to join the National Front, but the National Front was in disarray, and so I joined the National Party. Let's read on. Tens of thousands of people briefly joined the National Front or the National Party in the 1970s. It hardly makes them lifelong nationalists. In some ways it makes his prolonged absence for well over 30 years all the more reprehensible. Having been continuously active for the past 30 years, I have a certain snobbish attitude towards those who claim to be long-standing nationalists when they actually went EOWOL for most of that time. Now, he knew damn well that I went from the National Party to the National Front, that I became the organiser. Organiser is a good title for a political group. Have a local organiser. He knew damn well that I'd been in the National Front, went from the NP to the National Front, that I'd met John Tyndall twice, but he doesn't mention that. Neither does he mention that after the National Front fell, I went on to join various political movements. I was very active with Sir James Goldsmith in the referendum movement. Yeah, they wanted me to stand against Neil Kinnock. I was sent off and done a course funded and paid for by the referendum party to campaign against him. But when it came out that I'd been a former National Front member, it was thought it best that I didn't stand. His last paragraph here, he claims to have known Richard Lawson, who was a leading light in the National Party back then. I rather doubt Richard Lawson would remember this diminutive, squeaky-voiced Welshman. I could check, as I am still in touch with Richard Lawson, but I am sure I would have better things to talk about. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you go check? I'm sure Richard Lawson would have remembered me. Richard Lawson, for those of you who don't know, was the editor of a newspaper we had out then. I think it was called Britain First, yeah? No, I'm not going to show you the rest of it, okay? Maybe down the road. But that person is still on the fringe of politics. And I think he'll probably see this. Well, if you were watching it and listening, do you regret the things you said about me? You knew they were lies. You knew they were lies. Oh well. Water under the bridge now. But if you want to have a round two, I really am up for it. And I've got a lot of information. A lot. That it's best if perhaps it remains buried. At least for now. Right. I want to show you a conversation between myself and one of my granddaughters. She's never really taken an interest in politics. I I've been trying with her since she was a young age, but recently she's woken up to it. I've tried to get her to come on the channel and talk. She may not. But I'm glad to see that she's finally taken an interest in what is happening in the world. Yeah. And I'm encouraged by all the young people I see starting YouTube channels, especially young white males, you know. Well, they know that they've been replaced. They can see what's happening. And some of them are starting to really speak out. Makes me feel happier about the future. I mean, because my time is coming, obviously, as it does to all of us. Not frightened of it. Today will be an awfully big adventure. Who said that? Anyhow, let's go through this conversation. Starts off, she sends me a video link about Donald Trump being on the Epstein list. Now, I've been banging on to her since she was a little child that Donald Trump was going to change everything. I'm going back now 2015, so she was a really young girl then. Yeah. And she didn't take any interest in it. And then eventually, come the 2020 election, she started to notice him, yeah, and not just laugh at me every time I brought up politics. Anyhow, so she sends me a link about Donald Trump, and then she follows up with, would you still be okay to take me driving for an hour this week? She's disabled. The only car she can drive is an automatic. I've got an automatic. The car is off the road, love, waiting for parts. Then the garage is having it. When it is done, we will go. Yeah, it's going to cost me £1,000. It'd be cheaper to buy a new car, actually, but my wife likes the car, and I quite like it. It's no good for long distance. Gone are the days of my 628 CSI BMW, Vauxhall Senator 3-litre, gobble up the miles, over 1,000 miles a week. No problem, let me know. Right, yesterday. She loved Charlie Kirk. Then she's going through the Epstein files. Yeah, never ever thought I'd see her doing something like that. So she's going through the Epstein files, and she's concerned about Trump. The stuff in these files is very concerning. There's documents about adrenochrome. Yeah. Okay. I was busy, so I say, thanks, love, we'll go through them. The world is fucking sick. Guess who's not in the Epstein files? Let's have a look who's not in the Epstein files. She's starting to get the big picture, isn't she, guys? Anyhow, good video, that last one. I can use that sometime. I'm using it now. It's like it's all just officially come out that the world is run by dirty children eating pedophiles, and not one arrest. She sends me some more information. She talks about the first time Epstein was arrested. I tell her to watch our latest video about Peter Mandelson. Poor Charlie, he was an angel on earth. I say yes, which is why I lost it over name. She comes back, I know, but when you actually sit back and think about it, it's not her fault. That's the problem. It's the stuff she chooses to believe is the stuff you think you were able to trust. But that's not the case, and she'll never understand the way TV and the media make people look. This impressed me because now it shows that my granddaughter is thinking and not just blaming the person, because that person, I'm not going to tell you what that person said about Charlie Kirk. That is true, and I am glad to see you understand why she thinks the way she does. Then she starts to put the big picture together. Epstein was a relation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence. And then she asks me, please do a video on this for me. I will do it, love, I promise. You will have it tomorrow. I honor that promise. I always try to keep my word. I really always try to keep it. It'll take a lot to stop me from keeping my word. Then she's concerned because ChatGPT tells her that Charlie is alive. And I tell her that the AI is confused. The Charlie Kirk channel is still going. Charlie is sadly dead. Tell AI you are asking about the person, blah, blah, blah. Let me know when you get back. She goes off. She checks her sources. Yeah, and she comes back. Yeah. Then I come in and say, how about you make a video with me sometime? By the way, this conversation will be shown in tomorrow's video. I will clip some bits out for security reasons. And she comes back. She knows I hate the word yeah. Yeah. A couple of words I don't like, guys. I don't like the word kids. I refer to them as children. And I don't like the word yeah. I say use the word yes. Words are important. It's a crazy relationship. Love, I have to go, sorry. I've got a video to upload. Come visit soon and we talk. Nan is good and the rat is good. Because I call the dog the rat. She's not happy about that either. And then I sent her a link to is Epstein alive, just for conversation. Anyhow, that's what I got there. One other thing I would like to tell you, what the left do, and fake nationalists. Yeah, they might believe in the country, but they don't have the same values as me. I once said in a forum, we were having an open chat room, a voice chat room, pal talk, yeah? Sometimes there'd be a couple of hundred of us in the room just chatting away, playing music over on the Green Arrow site. And we were talking, and for some reason, talking about family, I mentioned my late brother's daughter. She was a teenager at the time. I was talking about it. And I said words to the effect, well, my niece is a very attractive young girl. The next day, across the left sites, I was a PDF file. Yeah, because I'd said that. And that went around for ages. The same with me being a bank robber. MI5 agent, infiltrator. Both the left and the right used the same information. Because I'd said that my niece, was a very attractive girl. Because I was worried about her as I'm worried about all our children. They spun that one line into turning me into a PDF file. Yeah, that's the kind of people they are. They're not just violent, they're insane. They have no honour. Anyhow, glad I remembered that. Okay, guys, I've honoured my promise to my granddaughter. I wish I'd made it better, Nia. I'm sorry. Tell you what, girl, come up and help me make the next video. I love you very much. Bye now. Oh, and they'll probably turn around now and say I'm having an affair with my granddaughter. Yeah, they're pathetic.